And I see I've got a number wrong already. Instead of 34. And their starting lineups now being introduced. J.B. Neubauer, the 6'3 senior. Next out will be Griffin Dietrich. He's a 5'11 senior. As they go up and shake hands with the coaching staff. Chris Hendershot, number 22. Number 33 is Eddie Zapp, who's getting the start tonight. And number 41, Milan Trajanovic. So we had all the starters right but one. Not too bad for an old country guy. Trying to remember something from before. Now you'll hear a little bit of a roar as the Southern Rams are introduced before the home team. I had the pleasure and the opportunity to go to Rupp Arena on Saturday night, Roger, and see the Kentucky Wildcats play Southern Mississippi. And we have a production here, but you've never seen a production like they have at Rupp Arena. It's just amazing. It's something that you don't have time the rest of the night to try to describe all the things that went on. But just a tremendous atmosphere there, lots of tradition, and 24,000 people dressed in blue and white. And it's just, it's an amazing thing. During the starting lineups like this, they kill the lights, the spotlight comes out, and they introduce the players while 4 jumbotrons are running to show you the close-ups of them. It's just an amazing thing. Here comes Corey Mosley onto the court. He's a 6-foot senior playing his final regular season home game here at Southern, along with Brad Reese, a 5'11 senior, also in his final game. Chris Miller, a 6-foot senior. Evan Lance underneath, the 6'5 junior. And thankfully he'll be back for another year next year. And also next is Corey Tressler, the 6'2 senior, as he joins the crowd. And that's our starting lineup. Once again, the Rams 15-6 on the season, looking to finish out at 16-6. The Spartans 22-8. If you just tuned in, the JV's victorious tonight, 45-26 over Bishop Walsh. They finished their regular season at 17-3, and the freshman team last night defeated Fort Hill. They finished their season at 16-1. That's a combined total for the Rams at this point of 58-10 on the season. Both teams are on the court now at the center circle, ready for the jump. Trajanovic will go against Corey Tressler. A defensive posture as Corey Mosley's back inside the center. Roll by the Rams as it comes back to Evan Lance. Across the timeline it goes to Reese. Over on the left wing, back to Miller on the right side, now to Mosley. Down on the baseline to Reese. He'll take a couple dribbles, back out front to Tressler. Between the circles, over on the left side to Miller. Down in the corner to Mosley, back out front to Reese. To the top of the key, backs off. Half-court man-to-man by the Spartans. Here's Mosley, three-pointer just off the key. Hit it! Corey Mosley with the 3 to start things off. Right from the right side of the top of the key. Rams lead at 3-0. Down low, the pass goes to Zapp. Back out on the near side to Neubauer. He takes it in the lane, drops it down low. Tries to get the pass off and trying to get it back to Zapp, but he wasn't there, and Neubauer travels. So it's the first turnover for the Spartans. The Rams get it back. They lead 3-0. Spartans set up in their half-court man-to-man. Mosley brings it into the front court. On the left wing, down in the corner to Tressler, left side. Back out front to Reese, around to Miller. Miller, a couple of dribbles. Mosley cutting down the baseline. 8-foot jumper off the baseline is no good. Rebound underneath by Hendershot. He'll bring it himself back into the front court. Over on the near side, it comes to Dietrich. They lob it inside, intended for Trajanovic. Whistle and a foul called. Might be on Lance. Yes, it is. Evan Lance gets called for the push. That's his first personal, first team foul. Spartans will inbound. They get it into Trajanovic. Back out front, it comes to Dietrich. Back over in the corner. A three-pointer in the air. High off the rim. No good. That was by Hendershot. Rebound by Lance. Gets it back out to Mosley. Down court very quickly to Reese. On the baseline, intended for Miller, and just high enough that he couldn't control it, went out of bounds.
John, one thing I don't think you want to have happen tonight, and that's for Evan Lance to get in foul trouble.
That's for sure. For the Rams, over it goes on the right side. Hendershot back out top of the key. It comes to Zapp, back over down low on the baseline. Hendershot back out front to Zapp. Zapp with a 15-foot jump around the rim, won't go. Rebound by Trajanovic underneath. Knocked away by Miller, picked up by Bosley. He'll bring it into the front court, kicks it over to the left side. Brad Reese takes it in, shoots over a screen off the glass, no good. Nice screen by Lance that time. Reese just couldn't get it to fall. Back into the front court, now comes Dietrich. He's guarded by Reese. With the left hand over to the left side, gets it to Trajanovic out front. Back over on the near side once again. The ball comes to Dietrich. He tries to go down the baseline, puts up the reverse layup. Good. Griffin Dietrich with the first basket for the Spartans. 3-2 now. The Rams lead it as we're under 6 minutes to play. The top of the key, takes it to the left side. Tressler in the left corner. Backs off, back out to Bosley. Half-court man-to-man by the Spartans. This is Miller on the right wing. Takes it to the foul line. Over in the corner it goes to Reese on the left side. Couple of dribbles, well, I thought he was going to hand it off. Instead, throws it to Bosley. He takes it on the right side. Over to Miller. Miller in the lane, fakes, puts a shot up, count the basket, and he's fouled. Chris Miller drew the foul and was strong enough to get the basket off. And the foul's called on Eddie Zapp. That's his first, and the first team foul against the Spartans.
Chris Miller looked like Corey Bosley on that play with drawing the contact.
It's good. Miller gets the three-point play, and the Rams lead it 6-2. Into the front court, Neubauer on the right wing to Trajanovic in the lane. Kicks it back over on the right corner. Whistle, and we've got a touch foul underneath, a push called. Chris Miller, maybe? I didn't see the signal. Was it Miller?
Yes.
Miller gets the foul. That's his first. Trajanovic gets the inbound toss. Works against Lance. Nowhere to go. Brings it back out to Zapp. Zapp drops it off to Dietrich. He's out in the front court as we're under 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Back out top of the key to Trajanovic. Over it goes to Dietrich. Down low on the baseline. Back to Dietrich. Three ball in the air. Round the rim won't go. Rebound Chris Miller. Drops it off to Bosley. Rams back on the attack. Down court to Reese on the left wing. Looks inside. Bounce pass goes to Lance. Lance against Trajanovic. Oh. They didn't call an offensive foul. What'd they call?
I'm afraid.
Yes, they did. And that is 2 on Evan Lance, and just terrible touch fouls as he was just making a spin to drive down the lane, and he'll have to sit out now halfway through the first quarter.
Hill about refereeing consistency. So the kids playing the game know what they can do.
Dietrich gets it across the timeline to Hendershot. Out top of the key it goes to Raley in the ball game now. Raley gets it over to the left side, goes over to Hendershot, back out to Neubauer. Neubauer lobs the pass inside. Chris Miller knocks it out of bounds, but they give it back to the Rams. Turnover number 3. Oh, nope, now they reversed it. It's going to go back to the Spartans. I thought Miller touched it last, but I would take it, especially after the last couple of calls. Inbound comes into Raley. They swing it around the top of the key to Neubauer. Down on the left side, three-pointer put up, no good by Hendershot. Rebound is by Harris. Nathan Harris in for Lance. Down it goes into the right wing. Now to Harris, over to the left side to Tressler. Under 4 minutes to go. Rams lead it 6-2. Reese at the top of the key. Backs off, gets it to Miller on the right wing. Back out it comes to Tressler. Tressler into the lane, fake down low, and taken away down there by Neubauer. He kicks it out to Dietrich to the top of the key, down the right side of the lane, kicks it back out front. Three ball in the air from the top of the key, no good by Neubauer. Rebound once again by Nathan Harris. To Tressler, up court very quickly to Reese. On the left wing, skip pass to Bosley. He takes it down, 17-foot jumper, good. Corey Bosley from 17 just inside the arc. And the Rams lead at 8-2 with 3:20 to go in the first quarter. Into the front court, bounce pass goes to Hendershot. Down to Trianovic on the baseline. Harris has him. He backs in against Harris, puts a shot up, pushes Harris out of the way, turns to shoot, and then Harris gets called for the foul. That'll send Trianovic to the free throw line where he'll shoot 2. Backed in against him and just gave a little hip action, knocked him out of the way, and they call Harris for the personal. Shots up, good. Trianovic.
Go ahead, John.
Trianovic with his first point of the night.
Team foul number 4 on the Rams.
3:07 to go in the first quarter, 8-3. The Rams lead it. Second shot's up, also good. Trianovic 2 for 2. 8-4 now with 3:07 to go in the first quarter. Comes into the front court. Brett DeWitt into the lineup now for Miller. Out it comes to Reese. Over to DeWitt. Over on the left side it goes to Mosley. Down on the baseline, Tressler. Turnaround jumper off the baseline. Corey Tressler hits about a 16-footer off the left baseline. And the Rams lead it 10-4. Here comes Dietrich against Brad Reese as he works his way into the front court. Picks up the dribble. Works it on the near side to Harriet. Now it goes around, back to Dietrich, now to Harriet, top of the key. He spins into the foul line, gets it back over on the right side to Dietrich. Can't get the shot off to Trianovic. Trianovic takes the dribble, works it back out front to Dietrich once again. Over in the right corner, back to Trianovic. Nice help side defense from Corey Mosley. Knocked it out of bounds. Corey came from the left side around and just stripped it.
I think they'd be trying to go to Trianovic, take advantage of the mismatch.
They're trying, they just can't get there. The Ram defense keep them out. Dietrich out front. Works against Jimmy Heinball now. Dietrich picks up the dribble, lobs it inside. This is Harriet, and Harriet has it, goes off his foot, and out of bounds. The Rams get it back. He complains to the official, and another official comes and says no. And they're talking it over. Let's see what happens. No call yet. One official called Southern basketball, then one of the Spartans complained, and then the other official came in. A long decision. And they've reversed it. They're going to give it back to the Spartans. And they lob it into Trianovic at the free throw line. He spin dribbles in, takes a turnaround move, puts a shot up, and gets the basket. 10-6 now. Whistle on a timeout. Coach wants to talk to the official about the last call, and the officials don't want any part of it. Have a 30-second timeout called by the Rams. 2 minutes to go.
The officials have reversed themselves twice in about a minute and a half, 2 minutes here, John.
I don't know. I've never seen two of these guys. The other one I have, but it's been rather interesting so far. By Sheriff Dick Sanders of the Garrett County Sheriff's Department, who reminds you to be cool, stay in school, say no to drugs and alcohol. And remind everybody to stay tuned for our post-game show. We'll name our Oakland Brownings Foodland Player of the Game, have our interview with Coach Tom Bosley, and a lot more. So be sure and stay tuned after the game. 10-6 is our score, exactly 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter from Southern High School. Rams are in the lead. They have the basketball. Half court man-to-man by the Spartans. Over comes on the right side to DeWitt. DeWitt back out top of the key. Corey Tressler for three. Round the rim won't go. Rebound is out of bounds. Saved by Corey Bosley. In the air, threw it back in. They call him out of bounds. So it'll go back to the Spartans. Looked like a good save from up where our angle is. Dietrich has it. Works against Jimmy Heinball into the front court. Over on the right side, the ball goes to Harriet. Harriet with a dribble. Back out front to Dietrich. They lob it inside to Trianovic. Back out to Dietrich. He'll fire up a three. In and out, no good. Rebound by Harris. Rams back on the attack. Over on the left wing it goes to Bosley. Back out to Tressler in the front court. Now to Harris. Over on the right side to Heinball. Heinball looking for the pass. Back out it comes to Tressler. Over to Bosley. 1:09 to go. This is Harris. Back out front to Heinball. Now to DeWitt. in the right corner to Tressler. Tressler, couple of dribbles, takes it into the lane, stops, little fall away jumper. Corey Tressler hits it. He has 4 on the night, and the Rams lead 12-6 as we go under a minute to play. This is Dietrich into the front court, just threw the ball out of bounds, nobody home. 4th turnover for the Spartans. Here comes Reese back into the lineup. He'll come in for Brett DeWitt. Rams with a 6-point lead, 12-6, 44 seconds to play here. Corey Bosley calls the play as he brings it into the front court against the man-to-man defense. Nathan Harriet is guarding Bosley. He just wants somebody to clear out, gets it over on the right side to Reese, now to Heinball. Heinball back to Bosley, 26 seconds on the clock. Now to Tressler, back out between the circles to Harris, and now to Reese, back to Bosley in the center circle, 17 on the clock. Looks around, gets the pass to Reese, back to Bosley, 12 seconds on the clock, and now 10. Wants somebody to set a pick. Bosley will take it around by himself, stops, three-pointer. Count it, Corey Bosley hits a 3 right at the buzzer, and that will be the end of the quarter. Corey Bosley just calmly stepped over behind a pick and hit about a 21-foot three-pointer, and the Rams lead 15-6. We'll be back right after this.
Quality gas in your tank is smart, and filling up at your local Mobil or BP Amoco gas station is even smarter. Why? Because BP Amoco and Mobil gasoline keeps your engine clean and running smooth. Stop today and fill up with quality BP Amoco and Mobil gasoline distributed by Peters Fuel Corporation, Oakland. And call Peters Fuel Corporation for your next home heating oil fill-up. Quality service, dependability, and free delivery, too. With over 47 years of service, they're a name to trust. Peters Fuel Corporation, Liberty Street, Oakland. Call 334-2509.
92.3, The Train.
Well, the officials, all three got together at the middle of the court on the far side. I think maybe they put off an alarm clock, see if everybody was awake. I'm not sure.
I think they agreed among themselves that they're going to have to quit this reversal stuff. It's not looking good for their image here tonight.
Yeah, they're going to have to pick things up just a little bit.
Well, delay the call long enough to get it right. Don't keep reversing yourself.
Possession era in favor of the Spartans. They'll have the basketball to start the second quarter. The Rams lead at 15-6.
John, Nathan Harris still in the ball game, giving the Rams some good minutes, 3 rebounds, while Evan Lance takes a break here.
Also playing a nice floor game and been able to handle the ball down at the offensive end. This is Harriet as he brings it back out front to Rayleigh, running near side to Dietrich. Back out top of the key. This is Zapp. Picks it over on the right side to Rayleigh. Round the top of the key, back left corner it goes to Dietrich. They lob it inside. Also, in the ball taken away, and up with it comes Corey Tressler. Trajanovic also not in the game. Here it goes down to Reese. Reese puts the shot up, no good. Well, it didn't go, but he was fouled. He'll shoot 2. Brad Reese with a nice cut into the lane. Fouls on Neubauer, only the second team foul against the Spartans. Oh, they're not going to call it a shooting foul. Possession, so they'll inbound off the baseline. They lob it back to Tressler. Tressler now takes it into the lane. Little 8-foot jumper off the rim, no good. Rebound tapped around, brought down by Neubauer. He'll take it down the right side. Stop, whistle, and a offensive foul called. That's against Nathan Harriet as he ran over Corey Bosley. So that's the third team foul, first one on Harriet. Brad Reese will inbound now. And we're underway. Back it goes, in it comes to Corey Bosley. Works into the front court against Griffin Dietrich. Now it goes to Miller over on the left wing. Back out to Tressler at the top of the key. Takes it down the left side of the lane. Loses the ball. Whistle and a foul called against the Spartans, I believe. 44, and that's the second foul against Harriet. And also team foul number 4. Inbound pass to Harris. Now to Bosley out front in the corner to Tressler. Tressler, couple of fakes, gets it back to Bosley. He goes down baseline, has a little short jumper. Corey Bosley, about a 12-foot jumper off the left baseline. Gives the Rams an 11-point lead at 17-6. Dietrich brings it into the front court. Brad Reese right on him. Over it goes to Harriet. Couple of dribbles down to the foul line, gets it inside to Dietrich, cutting down the left side. Dietrich has the layup. He has 4 points on the evening, along with Trajanovic's 4. It's a 17-8 ball game. 6.5 minutes to go in the half. In the left-hand corner, it goes to Brad Reese. Back out to Tressler. Now to Harris. Over on the right side, it goes to Bosley on the wing. Top of the key, Reese. He'll take a couple dribbles, get it to Miller over on the left wing. Looking for the cutter, out to Reese. Over it comes to Tressler. 3 ball out of the right side, no good. Rebound pulled down by Neubauer. He'll press it down court. Bounce pass down on the baseline. Whistle, double dribble down there called. Turnover back to the Rams. That's the 6th turnover for the Spartans.
The Spartans have gone a little smaller in height-wise because Trajanovic has been out, which really helps with Evan Lance on the bench.
Yeah, what happened to Trajanovic? He has not played here in the second quarter at all. Of course, we're only 2 minutes into it. Mosley works his way up court against Dietrich, spins into the front court. Bounce pass to Reese on the left wing. Back out top of the key, it comes to Tressler. Tressler, a little fake, takes it down the lane all the way for the layup. Around the rim, won't go. Tapped up by Miller, won't go. And the rebound is by Harriet. He comes down behind the back pass to nobody and out of bounds. Nice pass, just nobody home. 7 turnovers for the Spartans. Rams still lead by 11, 17-8. Here's Trajanovic back into the lineup. Also, Harris comes back in, and out comes Brett DeWitt for the Rams. Trajanovic adds a little bit size as he joins the crowd. Rams lead by 11 as Bosley brings it into the front court. 5:35 to go in the first half. He'll work the ball to the top of the key. Now drops it to Miller. They try to work it inside. Not a good pass. Neubauer was waiting for it. Bounce pass down to the side, and it went over to Dietrich. He went to the floor and threw the ball away. The Rams get it, though. Now it comes to Bosley. Bosley stops. 3 ball in the air. Around the rim. Won't go. Trajanovic has the rebound. He drops it off to Neubauer. Very quickly, Neubauer takes it into the lane. Ball's loose. Travel. Didn't get the call. Got the shot off, but Harris gets the rebound. Bosley, bounce pass down low to, what a move underneath by Chris Miller. Just couldn't get the ball to roll. He ducked under Trajanovic, got the shot. And the rebound is by Dietrich. He goes down the right side. Whistle. Dietrich's called for the turnover for turning the ball. That's number 9 for the Spartans here in the first half. Rams continue to lead 17-8.
John, I wouldn't think this is indicative of this Bishop Walsh team.
Well,
maybe this is their off night, but
it's a lot to do with defense.
Sure is.
They don't see a defense like you see at Southern anywhere in the whatever league they play in. This is Chris Miller over on the right side to Bosley. They try to work it down, a pass intercepted by Hendershot. He drops it off to Dietrich. Down on the baseline to Trajanovic. Back out front now to Dietrich. Top of the key. 3 ball. Round the rim won't go. Rebound underneath. Whistle. And a foul called on the floor. .34 gets the call. That's Nathan Harris. I have that as 2 on him. 15 foul against the Rams. Ball comes out front. Now we're on the right side to Dietrich. They lob it down low. Trajanovic back out to Dietrich. Dietrich in the lane against Reese. Nowhere to go. Goes around on the baseline. Tried to do the give and go. The defense won't let it have it. Here's a reverse layup by Chris Hendershot. He gets his first basket of the night. Rams lead cut to 7, 17-10, under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Top of the key to Reese. Over to Miller. Now back on the right side. It comes to Harris. Down low. Baseline jumper. Turnaround jumper by Corey Tressler is good. Tressler gives the Rams back a 9-point lead, 19-10. 3.5 minutes to go. This is Hendershot. Over on the right side, it goes to Zapp. On over to Dietrich on the right wing. Foul on extended right side. Back he comes to Neubauer. Over in the left-hand corner, they try to lob it inside. Corey Tressler says thank you, and he intercepts it. 10 turnovers here for the Spartans. Corey Bosley on the right wing. Top of the key, now left side to Reese. Reese looks down low. Lob pass to Miller all by himself. He fakes. Should have put it on up. Faked it and didn't get the shot. Now it comes out. Reese runs it down. and gets it over to Bosley. Down the baseline, stops on a little runner around the rim, won't go. Rebound by Trajanovic, and he gets the outlet pass to Dietrich. Down the right side, Spartans on the attack. Dietrich works against Reese, has to kick it back out. Shot put up, no good. That was by Hendershot. Rebound by Brad Reese. Out it goes to Tressler. He has a wide open path to the basket, puts it up and in. Tressler just beat everybody on the spin move, and the Rams back to an 11-point lead, 21-10. Under 2.5 minutes to go. Dietrich works against Reese in the front court. Over it comes to Neubauer. Now back over to Dietrich out front. He's in the center circle. Back near side, Trajanovic behind the arc. Skip pass cross court to Hendershot. 3 ball, good. Chris Hendershot hits a 3. He has 5 points on the night. Lead back to 7. Or make that 8. I'm sorry. My math's not real good. Tressler on the right wing to Miller. Top of the key. Over to Bosley. Bosley, a 17-foot jumper knocked to the floor. No call. Rebound by Harris. Harris puts it back up and in. 23-13. The Rams by 10. 1:38 to go. This ball comes on the near side to Neubauer. He goes to make stops, takes a 17-foot jumper around the rim, no good. Chris Miller gets the rebound, gets it out to Bosley, over on the left side to Reese. Reese backs off with 1:20 to go to Miller. Miller, 14-foot jumper. Chris Miller hits a wide open jumper from 14 feet. Rams lead it 25-13. And with that, Coach Duncan of the Bishop Walsh wants a timeout. 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. And remind you that tonight's game brought to you in part by the Terra Alta Bank with locations in Oakland and Terra Alta, and also by the Garrett County Memorial Hospital, where they give quality care close to home. Evan Lance on the bench. Some great time from Nathan Harris, and they've been able to extend that lead to 12 now.
Rams executing their offense just as a 1-2. They've been taking advantages of breaking down BW's defense, and some pretty good shooting by Corey Tressler and Corey Bosley.
And they're doing a great job on defense. Only 5 field goals so far in the first half by the Spartans. They just can't get a good look, and Trajanovic just can't. He's had 2 foul shots and 1 layup. He just can't get an open look anywhere. Spartans have the ball, 1:11 to play in the half. Rams lead it 25-13. This is Dietrich across the timeline to Fry in the ball game now. Over on the right side, it goes back to Dietrich. Now it comes out to Raley. They lob it inside, back over on the right side to Dietrich. Lob pass in on the baseline, and a little shot put up under there. Hendershot worked his way open and gets the basket. Lead back to 10, 25-15, 42 seconds to go here in the first half. Bosley into the front court to Reese on the right wing. They'll try to work it down and get the last shot. Back out to Tressler. Now Bosley in the front court, 30 seconds to go. Bosley backs off. Nobody really guarding him closely. Picks up the dribble. He tried to get it over on the right side to Brett DeWitt. DeWitt took off for the basket, and Corey committed the travel. Only 5 turnovers for the Rams here in the first half. 23.7 on the clock. Here comes J.B. Neubauer back into the lineup for the Rams, or for the Spartans, I'm sorry. On the far side, Blake Riley will inbound. Works it into Dietrich. 20 seconds on the clock. Dietrich into the front court against Reese. Couple of dribbles, 14 on the clock. 3-pointer put in the air on the left side, no good. Rebound is by Harris with 9 seconds. Bosley comes up. 3-pointer is short. Looks like a lot of contact on the shot. No call made. No surprise there. First half comes to an end with the score. The Rams 25 and the Bishop Walsh Spartans 15. We'll be back with our halftime right after these messages. Oh, it's the final game of the season. It's the final game of the regular season, I should say. The Rams will play again here on Friday night against the Westmar Wildcats. But tonight, the JVs ended their season with a win over the Bishop Walsh JVs by the score of 45-26. That allowed them to end their season 17-3 on the year And our congratulations to Jim Bosley, Paul Pasella, and the crew, and the entire team for a great year.
First half, the Ram defense taking its toll. Bishop Walsh shooting 6 of 17 from the field, 1 3-pointer for 35%. Bishop Walsh in with 11 rebounds, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 100%, and 4 team fouls. For the Rams, in with only 5 turnovers, taking good care of the basketball, shooting 11 of 23 for a blistering 47%, including 2 3-pointers, 10 rebounds, 1 for 1 at the free throw line, 100%, and 5 team fouls. Really nobody in very bad foul trouble for the Rams. Evan Lance with 2, and Nathan Harris giving the Rams some good times, also with 2 points, and he's in with 5 rebounds.
And remind you that our halftime stats are brought to you by Sheriff Dick Sanders and the Garrett County Sheriff's Department. The individual scoring tonight for the Bishop Walsh Spartans, J.B. Neubauer, or make that Griffin Dietrich, has 4. Chris Hendershot has 7, and Milan Trajanovic has 4, and that adds up to 15. For the Rams, Corey Bosley in with 10 points on the night. Chris Miller has 5, Nathan Harris with 2, and Corey Tressler, the only person with 2 fouls for the Bishop Walsh Spartans. As I said, it'll be Rams basketball as they'll be moving from our right to our left, or to the lobby end of the gym if you're familiar with Southern High School. Of course, BW working towards the outside end or the north end.
You know, we have a basketball triple header going on tonight, John. We have Maryland on WMSG AM. We have Garrett in the first round of the JUCO on WKHJ, and Southern Bishop Walsh on WWHC. So something for everybody.
In the second half, as Corey Bosley gets the inbound pass. Looks like still a straight man-to-man defense for the Spartans. Bosley lobs it to Tressler, but it's run down by Reese. Now back to Tressler, to Miller in the right-hand corner. Back out to Reese. Back over it comes to Bosley on the left wing. Top of the key, Miller. Little 17-foot jumper around the rim, won't go. Rebound is knocked out of bounds. Mosley knocked the ball out of Trajanovic's hands. It went off his knee and out of bounds. So the Rams get it back. Corey Bosley everywhere. They line up with a line, and from the foul line, the lob comes back to Bosley. Bounce pass inside to Lance. Lance with a fake, little turnaround. They call him for traveling. Turnover number 1. Back to the Spartans. Rams lead by 10, 25-15. We're just starting in the second half, I mean. In it comes to Dietrich. Down low on the left side to Neubauer. They lob inside, now back to Neubauer. Out it comes to Trajanovic. Over on the right side to Zapp. Down low, Zapp gets it back. Can't get the shot off. Out it comes. Three-pointer in the air. Off the rim, no good. Zapp with the rebound, puts it up. Count the basket, and I think Evan Lance just got his 3rd.
Walsh again tried to involve Trajanovic more in their offense with a dump it down low. If he doesn't have the shot, kick it back out for the open look, John.
Open look or the give and go, as they did that time. Evan Lance has a big target painted on his back, I think, and he's picked up 3 fouls. They're going to leave him in the game, though, and I'm glad to see that, as he'll stay in. Here's a pass in the corner to Tressler. to Reese. Over on the right side to Brett DeWitt. Down 19-footer. Toss the rim, no good. Lance has the rebound. People all over him. He takes it in, fakes, puts the shot up, gets the basket. Evan Lance working against Trajanovic. Got bumped, shoved, and pushed, but he went up and put it in. Across the timeline is Hendershot. Lobs it over on the near side to Dietrich. Dietrich lobs it inside Trajanovic, and they call Evan Lance for his fourth, and they're fighting elbow to elbow, and all the official sees is 32.
I don't understand it. Evan's been pushed around all night, and when he returns it, they call the foul on Evan.
Well, it's like I said, he's got a big target on his back, and officials are going to even this game up, and that's just the way it looks. He can, Trajanovic can back in, shove around, do all the things, but he's not getting the call. Here's the lob in. They go back, and now it comes back out front. Dietrich, three-pointer, around the rim, no good. Rebound by Harris. Harris drops it off to Mosley. He'll bring it into the front court. Takes it to the right side. Back it comes to Reese. Down in the corner to Tressler. Back out to Reese at the top of the key. Takes it to the foul line. Bounce pass over to DeWitt. Back to Reese, and now to Mosley. Mosley at the top of the key over on the right side to Brad Reese. He kicks it across court to DeWitt. DeWitt goes in, puts the shot up, rolls it around the rim, just wouldn't go. And the rebound by the Spartans. Raley brings it in. They lob it down to Trajanovic. He stops. The 8-foot jumper off the baseline is no good. Brad Reese has the rebound. He'll come back out for the Rams. We're under 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Reese picks up the dribble, gets it to Corey Tressler, and now back to Reese. 27-19, the Rams lead by 8. Reese to Mosley. Mosley with a couple of dribbles. Gets it back to Reese on the right side behind the arc. In the corner it goes to DeWitt. Back out to Reese out front. Over it comes now to Tressler. A 2-3 zone all of a sudden by the Spartans. Over it goes to Reese, and this is good for the Rams. They can just lengthen the game, or shorten the game, I guess you'd call it. To Harris, back out to Mosley. Mosley into the leg, fakes, puts up a little runner off the glass, put it in. Corey Mosley with the duck under move gives the Rams back a 10-point lead. 29-19, under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. On the left side, it goes to Zapp, to Trajanovic. They lob it inside. Corey Mosley knocks it out of bounds with that help side defense. They tried to work it into Hendershot. Corey would have no part of it. Lob it into Trajanovic. He spins again, turns around. Little jump hook is good. Trajanovic gets his second basket of the night. 29-21. Rams by 8 with 4.5 minutes to go in the third. Over it comes to Reese on the left wing. He goes to the top of the key to Brett DeWitt. Bounce pass into Mosley. Mosley cut off at the baseline. Back to DeWitt. Around the top of the key, left side to Reese. On the wing, behind the arc. Back out to Harris. Top of the key, right side to DeWitt. DeWitt looks down low, gets the pass in the corner to Reese. Reese looks out. I'm looking at are we playing a junk defense or not? Can't figure it out, really. Looks like a 2-3, but it may be a box and one or a triangle and two. Here's Brad Reese as he goes down the lane, puts the shot up, rolls around the rim, won't go. Trajanovic with the rebound. Gets it down court to Zapp. Zapp over on the near side to Neubauer. Neubauer down low to Trajanovic. Switch to cross court, goes over to Dietrich, down low on the baseline now, back out it comes, and a traveling violation has to be called by Neubauer as he took a skip going down the lane. Turnover back to the Rams. 3:34 to go in the third quarter. Rams lead by 8, 29-21. Mosley gets the inbound pass, being guarded by Dietrich. He gets it back to Tressler. He'll bring it into the front court. Over on the right side, Tressler to the top of the key to Reese. Now to Miller. Left wing it comes to Mosley. Back out top of the key, over on the right side to Tressler. Now Reese in the corner, back to Tressler. Back over it comes to Harris. Harris back to Miller. Over on the right side to Corey Mosley. Mosley behind the back dribble, takes it into the lane, kicks it back out to Reese. Reese with a couple of dribbles. Back to Bosley between the circles. Under 3 minutes to go. To Miller. Down it comes to Reese in the left-hand corner. He'll take it back out front. Gets it to Nathan Harris. Harris over to Bosley on the right wing. Couple of dribbles. Bosley into the lane. Fake stops. Has it rejected underneath by Trajanovic. It's on the floor. Ball goes out of bounds. Traveling violation. Wow, what a call. It'll go back to the Rams. And I believe that was almost an illegal block below the waist on Chris Miller.
Are the Spartans in is this a man-to-man or a matchup zone?
I think it's a zone. I'm not too sure. It's not a junk defense. It might be a box and one or a triangle and two or just a matchup zone. I can't really tell. Trajanovic comes out again. So they've shortened their lineup as in comes some shorter players. Here's the ball in the backcourt to Bosley. 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter now. Rams by 8. Bosley takes it into the lane, kicks it over. Jimmy Heimball jumper out of the corner short. Chris Miller has the rebound, fakes, and the ball goes out of bounds. They say Miller touched it last. So it's back to the Spartans. 2:24 to go. Rams lead at 29-21. Low scoring third quarter so far. This is Dietrich into the front court. Bounce pass almost taken away. And Jimmy Heimball must have just nicked it with his hand. It goes out of bounds. Bishop Walsh will get it back. Comes in to Dietrich. Dietrich against Reese into the lane. Turned around jumper from 14. Won't go. Rebound tapped out by Heimball to Bosley. Bosley brings it down, almost has it taken away, but Jimmy Heimball is there, or make that Miller there to get it back. Bosley into the lane, looking for the pass, and tied up under there, jump ball called. It'll be BW basketball. Nobody really cut to the ball. Corey got caught down low and double teamed. Second turnover for the Rams here this half. Trying to plead something with the official down below. In the meantime, Dietrich brings it into the front court. 1:45 to go in the quarter. Over on the left side. Now on the near side, it comes back to Dietrich. Dietrich picks up the dribble. They try to work it down low into Neubauer. And Neubauer runs over Corey Bosley, and Bosley's called for the foul. They call the block. That is number 1 on Bosley. Off the baseline, Hendershot will inbound. Lobs it back to Dietrich. Over in the corner, back to Hendershot. Skip pass, cross court to Neubauer. Down on the baseline, shot put up down there by Nathan Harriet. He has his first basket of the night, and the lead is cut to 6. Here is Tressler down the lane, puts a shot up, count the basket, and he's fouled. Blocking foul called. That goes against Blake Rowley, his first. Basket counts by Tressler, and he'll go to the free throw line for the chance for the three-point play.
John, the Rams needed that score because they were only shooting 25% in the third quarter.
Corey with the three-point attempt is good. Rams lead it now 32-23, lead back to 9 with 1:17 to go. This is Dietrich into the front court. They work it over to Harriet, back on the near side to Raley, back out front. The ball comes to Dietrich again, back to Raley on the right wing. Couple of dribbles, down to 1 minute to play. They swing it over on the left side, now down low. Corey Tressler tips the ball out of bounds. They call the foul on Corey Bosley, that's his second.
Coach Tom is really, really upset.
He needs to be. We got on enough. I'll stay off of it. BW inbound off their own baseline. Second foul on Corey Bosley. Out it comes to Neubauer. They lob it inside. Knocked away. Chris Miller with the steal, and they call the foul. Chris Miller came along, both hands up in the air, and took the pass, and they say he pulled him from down low. Inbound pass comes into Dietrich. Dietrich works the ball down in the right-hand corner. This is Harriet. He'll take it into the lane, kicks it over on the left side, and in for the layup is J.B. Neubauer. He has 4 points on the night. 32-25, the lead down to 7. Rams will take the last shot at 32 seconds to go. They spread out the defense. This is Reese, double team, gets it to Bosley. Bosley takes it in the lane, puts the shot up, rejected underneath. Rejected by Nathan Harriet. He's the guy that transferred to Allegheny, and I think I see why Allegheny got rid of him. A little bit of an attitude problem as they go back on the baseline. Reese will inbound with 23.5 seconds to go. Ball comes back in to Tressler. Three-pointer off back the rim, no good. Bosley taps it up, no good. Miller with the rebound, puts it up, won't go, and a foul call. And guess who it's on? It's on Nathan Harriet, who complains to the official. And that's his third team foul. Or third personal foul, second team foul. Here in the second half. Chris Miller at the line, he'll shoot 2. First shot's up. Round the rim, will not go. First free throw the Rams have missed tonight. DeWitt comes in. Bosley comes out here for the last 17 seconds. They don't want to give the chance to get his third foul. Miller's second shot's up. This one's good. Rams lead at 33-25, back to 8 points. Into the front court comes Dietrich over on the right side to Raley. Back out it comes. Behind the back dribble by Harriet. Over to Dietrich. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1. The ball's down low. Shot put up. Good right at the buzzer. Chris Hendershot got a junk shot right as the buzzer sounded. And the Rams lead is cut to 6. 33-27 at the end of the third quarter. We'll be back right after this.
When buying a pair of shoes, you want the best fit possible. When you buy New Balance, the best fit possible goes beyond shoe size. The better your shoes fit, the more comfortable you will be, the better you will perform, and the more you will enjoy yourself. See the selection of New Balance athletic shoes at Stompers on Route 135. Whether you need a cross trainer, running, or just a comfortable shoe, New Balance has a shoe for you in a variety of widths, ranging from AA to Quad E. Stompers in Mountain Lake Park, across from Tressler Auto Electric.
92.3, The Train.
Well, the Rams that time outscored 12-8 on the third quarter, so
18-12.
They had 15, they scored 12, and the Rams have 8. Count your math.
Let me get my shoes on.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. It was 25-15 at half.
Yeah, they had 15. Now they have 33.
They have 27. Oh, I got it backwards. No,
I'm right.
You're backwards.
Sorry about that.
You had me confused.
They don't let me out of the home often to do this kind of stuff. Just as well.
12-8 was the scoring in the third quarter. Here, the Rams have the basketball as we start the fourth quarter. I'm confused enough, Roger. Don't do that to me. Rams are going to play a little spread offense now as it goes to Tressler out front. They'll spread it out, try to get the open shot underneath. Here's Bosley. He'll stay back. Takes it down, kicks it over to Reese, down the line, puts the shot up, foul, won't go for him. Reese will shoot 2.
Sure would like to see those drop, John.
Yeah, those would be nice. 20 got the call. That's Griffin Dietrich, his first personal. That's the third team foul against the Spartans. Brad Reese at the line for 2. First shot up, calmly just all net. Reese hits it 34-27. Second shot is around the rim and drops in. So Brad Reese hits 2, 35-27. 8-point lead for the Rams. Dietrich brings it into the front court. Comes to the top of the key, lobs it inside. Underneath is Harriet, and I think we're going to reverse the call. Harriet charged into Corey Bosley. They called the block. Now Harriet, they're going to have another conference over here and see what happens. They're going to call a double foul, I'll bet you anything. Let's see what happens. Yeah, here the coaches are going to come out.
What a cop-out, John.
This is one of the worst officiating jobs I have ever seen all year long. What do we got?
Call no foul.
Still no call. What do we got?
No call.
Any call at all, guys? Does anybody know? Somehow or other, Bishop Walsh has the ball.
A held ball, John. It's gotten down to they don't even want to make a call.
Well, the officials now talking to the Bishop Walsh coach. Now they're back into a huddle again, and I'm not really sure anybody knows what's going on.
Do these guys get paid?
Well, it looks like they're calling a foul now, as I see down below. Coach Bosley now talking to the officials, trying to get a point across. Total confusion. We have no idea. And I'm sorry, folks, for the dead air, but we're just trying to find out what's going on. I'm not sure anybody really knows right now. The only thing I do know is Bishop Walsh has the ball out of bounds. And they have number 44 with 4 fouls on the board. So a foul apparently was called on Harriet. Now the ball goes inside. Back out it comes. Little 15-foot jumper by Blake Raley, his first basket of the night. And the score now 35-29. I think it was a double foul, but Corey Bosley, yes, got the other one. He has 3. Over it goes to Reese. Now back out front to Tressler. Half-court man-to-man by the Spartans. Over it goes to Jimmy Heimball. Couple of dribbles. He backs off. Takes it around. Now down the lane. Takes it over to Reese. Reese has the layup. Nice assist that time from Jimmy Heimball to Brad Reese. Rams back up 37-29. Back to that 8-point lead. This is Dietrich as he takes a walk down into the lane, puts a shot up, no good. Rebound underneath is put up and in by Hendershot. Whistle and a timeout called. It's a full timeout with 6:34 to go. 37-31 Southern. We'll be right back.
Hello, folks. This is Don Savage, and it's Schaefer Ford Sales. We're inviting you to come in and take a test drive in this 2003 Ford Escape. This unit is a 4-wheel drive, XLT, V6, automatic, all the power equipment. This Escape only has 20,000 miles on it, and it's priced right, $17,995. So come on in, check it out at Schaefer Ford Sales on Route 219 North in Oakland, where vehicles will cost you less.
92.3 The Train.
Well, 2 of the officials down under the right-hand basket seem to be in a little bit of a heated conversation, and they just not got it together tonight. All 3 of them just in a different world right now. Anyway, it's 6:34 to go in the ball game. Rams lead by 6, 37-31. You got a score?
I got a score in the Garrett game. Garrett beats Montgomery Rockville 94-75 to win the opening round of the JUCO.
All right, congratulations to Coach Dennis Gibson on the win. That moves on now to Hagerstown, I believe, is where the rest of it is played.
And I thought they were going to take on Allegheny in that second game.
No, I don't think so. Not till later on.
Okay.
Well, we're back into action now. Jimmy Heimball gets the inbound pass. We have Heimball, Tressler, Bosley, Reese, and Miller into the ball game, playing 4 guards. Actually, 5 guards, actually, if you count Tressler as a guard, which he can be. Over it goes to Reese, back out to Bosley. To the top of the key, backs off to the center circle. Now goes to the right side, gets it to Jimmy Heimball. Heimball takes it out to the center of the court, picks up the dribble, gets it to Tressler. Tressler brings it to the middle, back to Bosley on the left side. 6 minutes exactly to play. Bosley takes it down the lane, now backs off. Couple of dribbles, picks it up, gets it to Tressler, back out front on the near side. Over to Bosley. Bosley with a fake, goes down the baseline, has it, goes off his foot and out of bounds. Third turnover for the Rams, 5:44 to go. Rams lead by 6, 37-31. This is Dietrich as he brings it into the front court. Whistle, turned the ball over, palming the ball. It's a turnover back to the Rams, turnover number 3 for the Spartans.
John, I was going to point out also that Bishop Walsh has a couple fouls to give. They only have 4 team fouls.
Evan Lance back into the lineup for the Rams. Inbound pass. Where did it go? To Bosley, right underneath of us. He takes it into the front court, takes it down, puts a little shot off the glass, no good. Rebound tapped around, back out. Brad Reese on a great job. Got it back to Tressler, now to Lance. Lance takes it back outside to Heinball and out to Reese in the center circle. Couple of dribbles, 5:14 to play. Now it goes to Heinball, back to Reese, down the lane, shot put up off the glass, good. Brad Reese saw the opening, took it down, put it up and in. Rams back by 8, 34-31. Here's a traveling violation called against Nathan Harriet, and the Rams will get it back. 4 turnovers now for the Spartans. 5:01 to go in the ball game. The Rams with an 8-point lead and the basketball.
You know, John, it wears on a team when you have to chase Southern around out there. You expend a lot of energy on that spread offense, trying to defend it.
Here's the inbound pass. Going where? Going to Corey Bosley in the backcourt. Gets it up to Heinball. 4-on-1 break. In it comes to Tressler. Tressler hammered underneath, and we can't get a call. And it comes back down. Tressler just got drilled against the wall, and now a charging call at the other end against Griffin Dietrich, and that's the makeup call.
Sure was.
Boy, Coach Bosley just come completely ungrooved down here at the other end, and I don't blame him. Somebody going to get hurt here right before the playoffs, as these officials have just lost complete control of the ball game. And it comes to Bosley. We're down under 5 minutes to play. He's double teamed. He'll come around in the backcourt, lobs it up to Reese. Reese into the front court. Gets it to Lance in the corner. Lance lobs it back outside to Bosley. 4.5 minutes to go. Bosley with a couple of dribbles. Triple team looking for the pass. Bounce pass goes to Reese. He stops. 15-foot jumper off the glass. No good. Rebound. Put back up and in by Jimmy Heinball. Came from nowhere, and the Rams lead by 10. 41-31. Jimmy Heinball down the right side of the lane right there for the rebound and put it right back up and in. Here's a pass over on the corner. And this Harriet goes by Corey Bosley. He gets the foul called on Bosley, and Corey never moved. That's number 4 on Bosley, all here in the fourth quarter. With 4:03 to go, Coach Bosley wants a timeout. Oh, they're saying 5. I have him for 4.
That's only 4, John.
Yeah, okay. Okay. The official, this is how screwed up they are. They looked at the board. Corey Bosley's number 5, had 4 fouls. They thought he was number 4 and had 5 fouls. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
At Peak Rehab, they know that rehabilitation is like climbing a mountain. Challenging, tough, even discouraging. But reaching the peak of your performance is worth the work. At Peak Rehab, you'll get one-on-one care, a staff that's friendly and understanding, with cutting-edge technology and techniques. Peak Rehab offers physical, occupational, and speech therapy, physical work evaluations, vision rehab, and so much more. Call Peak Rehab today at 301-533-1010 and reach your peak performance.
92.3, The Train.
Roger, you know, at a lot of these ball games, the officiating association sends an evaluator. I hope there's one here tonight, and I hope he does it fairly. These guys would never officiate another varsity game again.
John, we may be witnessing right here on this court referee burnout. It's been the end of a long season. Fatigue is setting in among the officials.
I think you're right.
Certainly mental fatigue.
Harriet is going to the line. He'll shoot 1-on-1 as we're about ready to get back into action. Puts the shot up. It's no good. Rebound is by Tressler, but knocked out of bounds. And last touch under there by Hendershot. The official makes a big I don't know,
It was a gift.
emphatic thing, and it was automatic.
Gift,
you know. Here's a long pass down to Reese, intercepted down there by Hendershot. He'll bring it back up. Stops, three-pointer from the top of the key, around the rim, no good. Tressler on the rebound. He's attacked, and that is number 5 on Nathan Harriet, and he'll set out the rest of the game. Now watch the display by this young man. That is team foul number 5 on Harriet, and he's not even looking over towards the side. He's got to know that is 5 on him. He's not even pretending. So Bishop Walsh has a few seconds to get a player into the game. Rams lead at 41-31 with 3:51 to go in the ball game. Harriet has just fouled out. Corey Bosley is on the bench with 4. Evan Lance is on the floor with 4.
And the Rams will be in the bonus on the next foul.
Possession era is in favor of the Rams. Both teams in the 1-on-1 bonus from here on out until we get to 10 team fouls. It's Southern basketball. Corey Tressler will inbound off the baseline. Trajanovic back into the lineup in place of Harriet. Ball comes in. They get it to Reese. He'll be double teamed. Comes out. Being forced out of bounds. And the ball, though, goes to Heinball. Heinball down court to Miller. Miller has the layup. Puts it up and in. That's the way you break that foolishness. The Rams lead by 12, 43-31. Over on the right side, it comes to Neubauer. Skip pass, cross court, pass down low. Shot put up under there, no good. They're going to call Corey Tressler for going from the backside. That's only his first. And that'll send Chris Hendershot at the free throw line. He'll shoot 2. 3:26 to go. The Rams lead by 12, 43-31. Hendershot puts the first one up. It's good. Rams lead cut to 11. This is Joey Fry, the 6'2 junior coming in, and out comes Trajanovic. Unless he's not well, I don't understand the move.
He certainly isn't having the game tonight he had the first time against the Rams.
Second shot's up, no good. Over the back goes Zapp, no call. Heinball brings it up court. Jimmy Heinball playing a great floor game to Brad Reese. Reese gets it back out to Tressler. Over on the right side to Heinball. Heinball takes it in, kicks it to Lance. Back out to Reese. Reese takes a couple of dribbles, almost loses it, and gets mugged 3 times, and finally they blow the whistle. That should be the 1-on-1. Fouls on Neubauer. That's his 7th team foul. That'll be the 1-on-1 for Brad Reese. Reese 2 for 2 at the line tonight to go along with 2 field goals. 3:05 to go in the ball game. Rams by 11. Shots in the air. Looks good. It is good. Rams by 12. 44-32. Reese ready for his second. This one's in the air. Also good. 45-32. The Ram with their biggest lead of the night, 13. 45-32. This is Dietrich. Works against Reese. Takes it down the right side. Down on the baseline. Spins. Walks. Gets away with it. Ball on the floor. Jump ball called. It'll be Ram basketball. He spun into the lane. Took 3 steps. Lost the ball and then got it tied up. Trajanovic back into the lineup for the Rams. Or for the Spartans. Under 3 minutes to go in the ball game. In it comes to Reese. Reese lobs it up to Miller. 2-on-1 break. Miller fakes, stops. Trajanovic commits the foul. First foul of the night on Milan Trajanovic. First one they called. Chris Miller at the free throw line. He'll shoot 2. First shot is up. Gets the roll across the front of the rim and in. Looked like it was going to be just a little short, but got the shooter's touch. Rams by 14 now. And now 15 as Miller hits 2. 47-32 with 2:46 to go. Into the front court, Dietrich on the left wing. Picks up the dribble, skips it near side to Hendershot. He fires up a three, no good. Rebound fought for, knocked to the floor is Jimmy Heimball, and where's the foul going to go? Called the foul on Brad Reese, I think. Yep, his first. It's almost to the point of being funny at this point now, folks. We're not even going to talk about them anymore. 1-1 for Neubauer. Shots up good. The only thing we can hope for now is that the Rams get through the rest of this game, win, and don't get anybody hurt for Friday night. Second shot's up. It's good. Into the ball game comes Brandon Linder, a 5'10 senior. 47-34. The Rams lead it by 13. 2.5 minutes to go. And they work the ball into Heimball. Heimball comes up, triple team, gets it back to Tressler. Tressler takes it into the front court, gets it back to Heimball. Heimball looks underneath, gets it back to Tressler, though, out front. Tressler dribbles around, picks up the dribble, lobs it to Reese. Reese backs off, gets it back to Tressler. Ball loose. Tressler comes up with it. He is just mugged underneath, but he gets it to Miller. Miller puts the shot up, no good. Well, it was, they say blocked. Down it comes to Hendershot. Hendershot gets it back out. Now it comes over to Neubauer. Three-pointer off the rim, no good. Reese has the rebound. Reese is, they reach around for the foul. They don't get it. Goes to Heimball. Now back to Reese. Reese to Miller. And Miller had the layup, so they call the foul away from the ball. Tranovic comes back in. I have no idea who they made the call on. The official's not very, well, they call it on Neubauer. That's his third, and Brad Reese will step to the line. 1-1. Both teams will be on the double bonus from here on in. Brad misses the first one. Tapped up, though, by Miller. It pulled down by Zapp. He gets the pass out to Dietrich. Dietrich fires up a long three, high off the rim, hits the superstructure. It's back over to the Rams. 1:37 to go. The Rams lead it by 13, 47-34. Corey Bosley back into the lineup. Tressler works the ball to Heimball in the corner. Jimmy doing a nice job, gets it up, and whistle and a foul called. They go called on Heimball? Probably. They called on 35, and 15 was laying on the floor. There's no 35 on the court, guys. It's on 15. It's on Neubauer. They called it on 35. It should be 15. And Jimmy will go to the line. He'll shoot two as they're on the double bonus. Tranovic comes out. Heimball for two. First one's up. Good. Jimmy Heimball has played one good ball game tonight, all the way through.
John, Southern's got some great play out of some of their supporting cast tonight. Chris Miller, Brad Reese, Nathan Harris.
Great job out of all those guys. Second shot behind ball is up, also good. 49-34, 15-point lead for the Rams. Minute and a half to go. Dietrich brings it down, double team, picks up the dribble. Looking for the pass, lobs it to Tranovic on the give and go. Lance knocks it loose and comes back out. Picked up by Neubauer. He takes it down the lane. Down underneath, reverse layup put up. I believe that was Dietrich that got the layup. We'll give it to him. And Bishop Walsh calls the timeout. Full timeout with 1:12 to go. 49-36. We'll be right back.
What did your 3 to 5-year-old learn today? If your child attended Renaissance Early Learning Center in Oakland, he probably learned a letter of the alphabet, had story time, painted, and sang songs. Your son is recognizing shapes, colors, and numbers. Your daughter learns manners by visiting a restaurant for lunch and explores books at the library as she learns about teamwork. Good luck and go Rams from Renaissance Early Learning Center, the Little People Place, located on 3rd Street in Oakland, 334-2081.
92.3, The Train.
We're back.
We're back. 1:12 to go in the ball game. 49-36. The Rams lead this ball game by 13. Bishop Walsh just scored and brought it to 13, called timeout. They're going to call a 13-point play. Rams will try to get the ball inbounds. Look for the foul. Got to make your fouls. Bosley is in with 4, and Evan Lance is in with 4 personals. Corey Tressler will inbound off the baseline. 3 guys guarding 2 on the inbound pass. Pass comes in to Reese. Reese with the dribble. Picks up the dribble and gets it over to Tressler. Tressler into the front court. Gets it to Reese. Reese with a couple dribbles, and he's grabbed from behind. That's number 5 on J.B. Neubauer, and he can take a seat for the rest of the game.
John, can you explain to me how when you walk up and wrap your arms around somebody and grab them, how is that not an intentional foul? They don't call it.
No, it's a intentional, non-intentional. They want to stop the clock, but they didn't do anything flagrant. Didn't slam him around or anything like that. So, good call. What do we got? Okay, we got Brad Reese at the line. He'll shoot 2 more. Clock down under a minute to go. Brad steps up. Calmly makes the shot. Ready for his second. Also good. Just nice form, nice rotation from Brad Reese. Here's the Spartans over on the right side. Zap down in the corner. Back out it comes to Dietrich. 50 seconds on the clock. He'll drop it off to Neubauer. He turns, fires up a long 3, and J.B. Neubauer gets a 3. Inbound pass to Bosley. Whistle, foul called. Neubauer didn't even get close. And got called for the foul.
I wasn't even there.
That is number 6 I have on Neubauer.
It's NBA.
Apparently I was wrong on the last one. I don't know how he stayed in the ball game. I have him at 6 fouls. The board says 5, so we'll take the boards. Here is Bosley at the other end. Shots up good. I don't think they're going to count it. Did they count it? They had not put a sub in the game yet. Now their coach is out complaining that, I'll tell you, the officiating completely broke down. They just don't have a clue. And we're up 52-39, so it's not, it's just not...
John, classic referee fatigue here tonight. Classic.
It's something. Well, they're going to count that one, apparently, because they're going to give Corey 1 more. Once again, our score from Garrett, 94-75, Garrett over Montgomery Rockville. So they move on in the JUCO tournament. Now the officials are having another little conference, and they're going to say, well, guys, we really shouldn't have let him shoot that. Do we take the point off the board, or what do we do? Let's call the 3rd official over now. I can do the play-by-play on the officials.
I think we're going to have a secret ballot among the crowd here in a minute.
Now they're over talking to Coach Tom Bosley, and this is just getting to be a comedy of officiating right now. Corey made the shot, and I think the discussion is, are we going to take it off or not?
Well, the officials gave him the ball, though.
That's right. That's the mistake.
When they hand you the ball, then...
But that could be a correctable mistake, which I'm sure this officiating crew needs a lot of correcting from tonight. This is about as bad as we've seen anytime. Just from a standpoint of not knowing what the other one's doing. Discussion still going on down below. Corey Bosley calmly waiting at the free throw line. We're still not sure if his free throw counted or not.
Evidently it did not.
What do they say? 1 shot or 2?
They just
then
put
we'll know.
2 up. Here comes
the official back again. We're going to have another conference. I think, well, let's see. Nope, the shot didn't count. Okay, take it back off the board. Corey, just do it again. Don't mess up my scorebook. And he did. Well, make this one. Well, we'll cross that out, and we'll put a 0, and we'll try it again. Corey ready for his second now. Probably second shot's up. Oh, missed this one, too. It rolled around and out. 37 seconds now. Back down court it comes to Lindner. They pass it over. Shot put high up off the glass. That was by Dietrich. And he gets the basket. Whistle. Corey Bosley knocked to the floor. And then stepping over top of him is Hendershot. And Corey will go to the line, shoots 2 more. 51-41, the lead's to 10 now with Corey back at the free throw line, where he'll shoot 2 more. Bunch of long faces from Bishop Walsh on the floor right now. Corey hits it, 52-41. Officials still talking to the coaches, trying to figure out what's going on. Second shot by Corey is up. It's good. He makes 2. Into the lineup comes Brett DeWitt, and Corey Bosley gets a nice round of applause from the crowd here tonight as he goes out. 26 seconds on the clock, 53-41. The Rams lead it by 12. Eric Blamble into the lineup for Corey Bosley. Up court very quickly comes Dietrich. He takes it down the lane, charges, and called for traveling. And the Rams get it back. Well, it was either a block or a charge. It certainly wasn't traveling. Over it goes, and fouled right away is J.D. Plank. Good to see J.D. in the ball game. He'll go to the line. He'll shoot 2. Clock's down to 16.9. What point do you finally say, look, guys, we're down 12, there's 16 seconds left. Why are we still fouling?
I think the coach must have the over and under on the game tonight or
that
something.
Could be. Plank puts it up and in. J.D. Plank. 54-41. Second shot is up. This one's short. He gets his own rebound. Fakes, puts the shot up. Oh, he got the basket. He slipped a little bit, and they call him for traveling. 54-41. Rams by 13. And it comes to Linder. Over on the left side to Dietrich. Double teamed over there. 3-pointer put up with the left hand. It hit the superstructure. The Rams will get it back. That shot was put up by Tyler Steiner, 5'8" senior. Rams have it back with 6.3 seconds to go. All the behind ball has to do is just stand there, let the clock run out, and the Rams have won the ball game by the score of 54-41. So a great win. They're trying to chase down the game ball over there. Walter Lee's over to get it. Both teams meeting at court, shaking hands. And the Rams turned in a good performance tonight, a great effort, a great momentum builder into the playoffs on Friday night as they break their 2-game lose streak. Also get revenge for a loss earlier this year. The first game of the year was to the Bishop Walsh Spartans. They lost by 4. This time the Rams defeated the Spartans by 13. So a good game for the Rams. Some great help off the bench. We'll be back and talk more about all that on our post-game show right after these messages. Well, we're back at Southern High School where the Southern Rams have just run their record to 16-6 on the year as they end their final regular season game, as they defeat the Bishop Walsh Spartans by the score of 54-41. The Spartans' record goes to 22-9 on the year. So a game filled with craziness from the officiating crew, but other than that, a pretty well played ball game as the Rams played tremendous defense tonight. They held a high-scoring BW team down to only 41 points while putting 54 up themselves. I think one of the big keys to tonight's game, Roger, was the bench play that they got from the likes of Jimmy Heinball and Nathan Harris and Brett DeWitt. They came in at crucial times when some of the starters were in foul trouble and had to be sitting out, and just did a tremendous job picking up the Rams.
And that's what you hope for, John. You hope to get those quality minutes out of your subs. With Nathan and near the end, Corey in foul trouble, had to sit on the bench. They came in, took good care of the ball, and got the job done for the Rams down the stretch.
And you also can't say enough for the play of Brad Reese tonight. Defensively, just another stellar game for him. As he took care of their point guard Griffin Dietrich tonight. Only allowed 8 points out of that. Caused him to commit a few turnovers. Scored 10 points himself, and at the end hit some key foul shots that just kept the Rams with that 9, 10, 11-point lead. Corey Tressler, a good floor game. Corey Bosley, as always, you just can't say enough about him. Should be the area player of the year, however, doubtful if that's going to happen, but he just plays 100%, 32 minutes of the game, and doesn't leave anything on the court. And the people that come here tonight saw that, and they'll see it again Friday night if they come up for the Westmar game.
You know, John, I think a couple things that the Rams set out to accomplish tonight, they achieved. They won the rebounding battle 20-18. I know Tom was concerned about that before the game, and also took pretty good care of the basketball, coming in with 10 turnovers and forcing Bishop Walsh into 16. Again, their shooting continues to go down just a little bit in the second half, but overall a good shooting effort as well.
Yes, and once again, the game was a great defensive battle for the Rams as they held the Spartans to 41 points. Milan Travanovic with only 6 on the night. He played rather spotty. I don't know. The Rams seemed to be collapsing on him, knocking the ball away. But once again, just a great way to end the regular season and get into the playoffs and get your 16th win. Coach Tom Bosley's with us. Coach, before we even start, I have never witnessed a ball game from one end to the other with the officiating as confused as it was tonight.
They seemed to get off track early, and I'm not sure why, but overall it was very consistent. It was the same thing on both ends, and I'm just glad we won that last one, because we needed that to head us into the playoffs. I know that a couple years ago, one of the best runs we've ever made in the playoffs, we lost our last 2 to BW and Kaiser, or Kaiser BW. It cost us an area championship. This time we beat BW, maybe that's an omen. We'll get rolled into the playoffs in the right step. I know that I thought our kids were really on track tonight. A lot of things happened prior to the ball game. It was senior parent night. It was tough. It was very emotional for me. As I said in the pregame, when my tied for the favorite person I've ever coached played his last regular season game, but as in Corey Bosley. And some of my favorite kids ever were seniors this year, with Corey Tressler, the second of the 3, and Brad Reese, who I really, really like a whole lot, who had, I thought, a great game, a great ball game tonight. I was really glad that Brad had that kind of ball game to close things out. I have a lot of admiration for Chris Miller and J.D. Plank. Those guys are real workers and real neat kids. I feel bad for J.D. in that he stayed injured after all the work and stuff he put in, but hey, let's give credit where credit's due. That kid rode a bicycle in here to work out before somebody in his family could get him here, or till he had a driver's license, and he rode several miles. So let's give a lot of credit there too. And old Miller, boy, I thought he had a great ball game. He was everywhere tonight. His hustle and his effort, and you just got to love his effort. And you love the way he plays and the passion he has when he's out there. It's like anybody, when things aren't going good, you start second guessing, you start looking back, you start checking things out, but as to what's really happening. But we never gave up on the fundamentals. I had a gentleman from Bishop Walsh stop me that sees a whole lot of games. I see him everywhere, and what a nice person he was to stop me on the way up to the interview and talk about how fundamental we are year in and year out. And I think that's a tribute to our coaching staff and how hard our kids work on those fundamentals to give us a chance in a game like tonight, where we're giving away a lot of size, They didn't shoot it well, but I think we had something to do with that. At least most of the night, I felt like we were contesting shots and a hand in the face and that kind of thing. But it's a good win. I'm happy. We needed that in the worst way. You never think about losses, and I didn't think about losing this ball game. But I know that we needed it, and I always have confidence. I think every game we're going to win. And we had confidence tonight, and we overcame some obstacles prior to the game, and a little adversity here and there, and won a game, so I'm happy.
Well, it seemed like Evan Lance had a target on his back tonight, and he got in foul trouble really early, and you got some great help from the bench from Nathan Harris, great help from Jimmy Heinball, Brett DeWitt. These kids come in and carried things when you were having some problems.
Part of using people early in games, early in the year, is to build that depth. We have confidence in those three people you mentioned. We had confidence in Joey Trusser. I knew Nick Gray could give us minutes here and there, and they're both out for the season. Nothing we can do about that, nothing they can do about that. So with kids that have experience, we're 8 deep right now with the numbers that with the people you just mentioned. I thought Nathan Harris was super. I thought Harris had a great first half, and poor Evan just didn't get on track and stayed in foul trouble all night. One time I thought, and maybe I'm wrong, but I tried to convince the official they had it on the wrong kid, but he swore he had it right.
More than once.
I stayed with that, nothing I could do. And I tried to work with officials tonight, but at least they were respectful to that and listened to me and let me throw in my 2 cents. And, you know, the confusion in the end is they let us shoot a free throw in a dead ball situation. They granted 30 seconds. I don't know if you knew that was what was happening or not.
Yeah, we knew that. And we also know on the double foul down here, there was a lot of confusion, and they never made a call to let people know what happened. We had to guess at that one.
Yeah, what happened is one guy had a call, and simultaneously the other guy had a different call.
Right.
They administered it right in the end, which I was okay with, but that isn't what they said to me. So I got a little concerned because I'd never heard of what they said. So the fact that Corey Bosley was going to pick up on his third, I thought, I'm not sure what to do with that, if they'll go away from it. But I think the integrity part says, let's do what's right. I said to them, let's do the right thing. Let's make sure the game is administered properly. But let's let you know that the game's been administered properly, and they did. They finally realized that they had just said the wrong thing, settled in, they administered it right, they got it right, and they called it right in the end. It just seemed like we had several stoppages like that had a bearing on how the game kind of flowed, it seemed like.
It sure did. Just for your information and anybody that's listening now, Garrett College defeated Montgomery Rockville tonight, 94-75. So Coach Dennis Gibson and his crew will move on in the JUCO.
Good. Congratulations, Coach Gibson and Coach Martin, those guys. You know, we follow them. It's just hard for them to see us. It's hard for us to see them. It's really hard for Coach Gibson. Now his son's at Northern, and he can't get up to see us often, but he's recruiting 2 of our players, and that's a credit to him. We appreciate that, and our players likewise. I know it's that time of year where you're not being contacted as kids. I would hope our players understand that, because those guys have their own tournaments, their own seasons. And if you're a high-profile blue chip or Division I player, everybody's recruiting you, so they're competing in that battle. But don't worry, Coach Gibson wants both Corys, and you know, if those kids decide to stay local, then the listing area at least get to see our kids play another game.
And I'm sure a lot of people would go down to watch that too. Let's jump back one game to the JV game, where the JVs won 45-26. They finished their season 17-3 on the year. Nice win for Coach Jim and Paul Pasella and that crew. And also last night, the freshmen defeated Fort Hill freshmen. They end up 16-1. That gives, with your win tonight, combined total of 59-10 on the year.
Yeah, that's a pretty good season. We got to add to that 59 to make it worth the season that we've had. And, you know, we've had a nice freshman year. Those kids are very well coached. Every year, Coach Copeland and Coach Hegman do a wonderful job with that group. And it goes without saying, our JV team puts pressure on us every year by winning all the time. And there are reasons for why we win at that level a whole lot. One, we're usually more organized, and we have more time spent in getting organized and getting things ready and in the things that we do. And I think what really helps there is the consistency and what we teach, how we teach it, and making sure that at every level we're using the same things. I'll never figure out, and this is not to question anybody tonight. I was too busy before the game to even see the JV game, and that's awful, but honestly, I didn't see much of all the situations we had prior to the game. But I'll never understand why, if you're going to establish a program, and maybe I'm doing it wrong, but we're a man-to-man program. So we're going to play man-to-man at the JV level. We're going to play man-to-man at the freshman level. We're going to play man-to-man in our 5th through 8th grade level. And we teach man-to-man concepts on Saturday morning to our 3rd and 4th graders with Johnny Friend, who's doing a wonderful job with our Dribblers Club. It's his 2nd year, and he's awesome. Kids love him. He loves doing it. He has found a passion. He's always had a passion to play, but he has a passion for kids and helping, and what a wonderful job he's doing to help kids in our area and to help me, because, man, if I had to do that too, I don't know if there's enough hours in the day to get everything done. But we've got a nice situation. I think our JV success, our freshman success, is a direct tribute to great coaching at that level, consistency at that level. Those guys have been there for 10 years or so. And then the fact that we do it the same at every level. So when they come to me, they have an idea what's going on, and that helps us.
Well, Coach, let's put this one to bed. It's a nice victory tonight. Let's take a look very quickly at Friday night as you move into the regional playoffs against Westmar. That game is here. If I'm thinking right, it's a 7 o'clock start. Is that right?
Yes, sir, that's correct. 7 o'clock radio with Westmar.
We'll have an airtime at 6:30, tip-off at precisely 7, because no JV game or anything before this one. It'll tip off at 7 o'clock. I'm sure Coach Bosley and his team would love to see these stands full and just support the Rams like you did tonight. You had a nice crowd tonight.
Yeah, I was really pleased. I'm very humbled by the fact that there's, our people are smart. They understand the game a lot. Everybody has those people that, just scream and holler, but our people understand. They know the game. They continue to come out. Our adults are great. We have a big adult following that continues to help us. And they know it's playoff time. And what a tribute it was to us seniors when, that is the seniors' last home game. And those people that planned to come here and see that got a pretty good show, I think, out of our seniors. I thought those kids played really well, and our crowd was great. I think that's a tribute to our kids, to our program. I think it's a real tribute to our community, and the continued success that we have, I think, helps us in that area. But we need a big crowd on Friday. I don't want anybody to be confused or misinformed about Westmar's record. But they're an amazing, and this is not coaching talk, this is not junk, this is not garbage. They have played a whole lot of people tough, and we'll talk about it, John, but I'm amazed how good a job they've done as a coaching staff to get those kids to continue to play hard with 2 wins. I don't know that I've never been in that situation as a head coach, but I don't think I could do what they're doing, and I have a lot more experience than Coach Snyder at Westmar. So that's a credit to to Jimmy DeDaughter, to the staff at Westmar that has those kids playing real hard. They're athletic in certain spots. They can hurt you. They can get people in foul trouble. It really creates us problems if the right people get in foul trouble. So Coach Rediger scouted them last. He'll put all that together. We'll have a plan. We'll work on tonight, because we've got to be ready tomorrow. We've got to be ready Thursday to throw a plan together that gives us a chance on Friday night. So, and I think we'll do that.
A lot of Westmar's losses are by just 2, 3, 4 points against some very good teams in the area. So you're right. This is not a gimme when they come up here.
They took Fort Hill to the wire. Fort Hill just embarrassed us Friday night. I wasn't pleased at all at Fort Hill. They took Allegheny to a halftime lead. They've led a lot of games into the 3 quarters. They gave Northern tough games.
They played Petersburg or Tucker close too. I forget which one.
Played Tucker real close at Westmar. Fortunately, we got them here. That helps us. So I'm pleased with that. The draw's the draw. I don't worry about things you have no control over. We have no control over that, so I didn't worry about it. But hey, we're playing it now till you lose, so we can't lose. We've got to win. We got to win 4 straight, so we can get to the big dance.
Big dance down.